Hey guys, Lou here from LT's Custom Woodworks. Welcome to the shop today. Another day, another dollar. It's been absolutely hectic in here the last little while. Today we're going to be working on some kitchen cabinets that got water damage. Now they don't want to replace the cabinets, they just want to repair what got damaged from the water. I have an oven cabinet here that has got some water damage on the right side of this cabinet, which if you stand it up, this would be the right side. I will move the camera here so you can see what's going on. So there is a bulge on this side of the cabinet. Now when this got loaded in the truck, of course, they just slid it in the back. They're not worried about damaging this side. You see all these scratches, that's from loading it in the truck and sliding it out. It doesn't matter because of this bulge. We're replacing it anyways. I'm waiting for my color from Omega Coatings. They're gonna do a color match, and then I will be spraying the pieces that need to be sprayed. Now on this side I have a filler piece, and as you can see, it's the maple core that I have here. I'm going to cut a 3-inch piece for this, and then when the installer installs the cabinets, then they can cut this filler piece to what they need. It could change as they install. So this is just going to be a separate piece from this cabinet, and of course the back where the kick plate goes, that all has to be replaced. On this side here, this is all water damage. I'm just going to rebuild the whole thing, and then of course with the panel on this side and the shelf pins and all that, that will all be replaced as well. I got a piece here for a pot light. This is full mold, so we're just going to cut a new piece and replace it. It's all cracked on the underside here, so this we're just going to make a whole new piece. And then on this cabinet here as well, with the big hole in the center here, this is where a vent used to be above the stove, I'm thinking, or somewhere along those lines. They have changed all the venting, so they don't need that hole cut out anymore. We're just going to do a whole new cabinet, and they can just put it in place, and it's good to go. Now on this cabinet, and for the life of me, I don't understand why they made them 5 feet, 6 feet long. Some of them are 5 feet long. They should have did individual cabinets, but I guess back in 20 years ago, that's the way they did them. This one here needs a whole new kick plate on the bottom. It's all busted off. We're going to be replacing the left and right side only. That's the only thing that got water damaged. Secure the drawer slides, and this one's good to go. Besides the front here, I don't know if you can see that. I'll lower this a little bit here. There is a scratch right here. I'm going to see if I can wax fill that in. If not, or epoxy fit that in. If not, I'm just going to take this piece off, resand it, and respray a new finish on it. So I'm going to start off with building this one first, and I'm going to start by cutting some melamine on the table saw at 12 inches wide. Okay, what I've done is I moved my fence over, so I'm cutting a dado on each side of these panels. I'm going to cut a dado on each side so the top and bottom panels are inset. I brought the fence over, there's a 1/2 inch gap. I brought the blade up 3/4 of an inch. Or sorry, 5/8 of an inch. Now I moved the fence over to 5/8 of an inch, and I'm going to cut down the side to get that rabbet. I'm going to drill 3 pilot holes on each side and then drive my screws in. So on the bottom panel, or the back panel, there is one side that's edge band. Now again, I don't know exactly why or anything like that, because the cabinets were taken off and brought to me. So I don't know what goes where. I'm just replicating what there is. Now I use my file to cut my edge band. I use the edge of it and I put it at a 5-degree angle, and then I just sand it down nicely to give it that nice rounded edge. Now I'm just going to put some staples into place just to hold it in place while I drill my pilot holes for my screws. And there you go. Now I took the time to mark out for my hinges. So I'm going to start by putting my first screw on the bottom and then drive my second screw up. So I'll get the and I'll do the same thing to the other side. Now we're going to mark out for the soft close that were on the old cabinet. Just going to mark it out and just drill it by hand. Now I already put the edge band on this. Totally forgot to turn on the camera, but I do have some other stuff that needs to be edge band, so I'll show you how I did it on the other ones. For now, what I'm going to do is I marked out 2 holes, and this is for the center of the 5/8, and that's where this is going to be dropped in. These are the soft close. Now we're going to do this panel here that's got a pot light that sits in the middle. I guess this is the undermount of some cabinet. I'm not sure, I've never took the cabinets out. This is the way they brought it to me, that has to be replaced. So I'm going to start cutting this up and then adding these tiny strips in here. I guess that's to hide all the wiring that's going in there. So we're going to get this one cut out and added these strips. Now I've noticed on this side here they had put a dado in there and countersunk this. For whatever reason, why they did it that way, I am not sure. Why didn't they just do it like the rest of this side? But because of that, I'm going to do it the same way just so it matches. So all I'm going to do is just slide this right up, slide my fence to it, make sure everything is good. cut my piece. Now I'm going to cut my dado on the back here, countersink this in. Now I'm going to use some CA glue to glue this down. And the same thing on this side. That way I can just keep working and not have to worry about So on this cabinet here, I'm going to replace the end pieces because it seems to be damaged at the ends on the bottoms. So I'm going to replace this, replace the other end, rescrew my my drawer slides back in, and for this top here, I don't know if you can see it there, but these two pieces here, there's a scratch on this one. I'm just going to, instead of try to fill it in with wax or anything like that, or epoxy, what I'm going to do is just remove them, sand them down, and refinish them. It's going to be so much more faster doing it that way than trying to fill it in, and then at a certain sunlight, you'll always see that burn mark there. So instead of wasting my time doing that, it's so much faster just to refinish it. And I got to spray some other pieces anyways. I can do that at the same time. In the meantime, also I got to there's two of these that I got to take out and redo, if you can see that. These two pieces, because it's all water damaged. So I'll just replace these two here. The rest seems to be fine. So I will get onto that. We're going to start off by taking off the ends. Now that we got this panel off, we're gonna cut a new piece and make an exact replica of it. Cut all the pieces out, edge band it, and then reinstall it. Do the same thing to the other side. Now what I did was I just traced the markings on this piece here from the other one, and I'm going to cut that out with the table saw and a hand saw. now that I have the panels all cut, I'm going to put the edge banding on. Now I'm going to put 3 coats of this contact cement. It seems to just be soaking up. Now that the panel is all edge band, it's ready to be installed. Now, where the drawer slides are, there's 2 pieces here that have some water damage where it's swollen. So I'm going to take these 2 pieces off and change them, and that pretty much finishes this up. Then there is this gouge on these 2 pieces, and I think I'm just going to take them off, resand them, and refinish them, and this cabinet is pretty much good to go. Okay, I just received a call that they want to replace this board. So I'm going to cut a new piece that is 6.5 feet long. Okay, so the next cabinet we're going to do is we're going to rebuild this whole thing. So I'm going to start by cutting. I got my width, I believe, cut on this. I'm just going to cut the length. So what I've done here is I've lined up these boards together, and I just marked out this little tiny groove here on each end to just mimic what I've done, what they've got here. And then I will cut that. But to tell you the truth, I find that the easiest way to cut those to get it looking nice and right and sharp is by using a grinder. There's that one. I'm going to cut a dado along this side, in the center here, and at the end. And that takes care of this panel. Okay, now that I got everything edge band, I'm gonna run this strip here. This is where the oven slides into this cabinet. So it's a wall oven. So I measured 34 and a quarter inches down. I'm just gonna pin this in place. I'll glue it, pin it. Now that this is all done, I'm going to give everything a light sand. I'm going to stain it, finish it with a lacquer finish. I'm going to use Vericure. And then afterwards, I'm going to cut my biscuit joints for the top shelf for the wall oven. The reason why I'm going to cut these joints in afterwards is because if I do it now, you get your stain, your Verithane that's sitting on top, your clear coat. It's going to build up around the biscuit joints, and then when you go to slide it into the top shelf, it's not going to fit properly. So I'd rather just cut that in after, drop those joints in afterwards, and it's good to go. So I'll get this ready for sanding and staining. Okay, now I'm going to get ready to stain. I'm not using the other method that I always use where I brush it on and wipe it off. This I'm going to be spraying on. And I'm not even wiping it off. It's going to stay, it's going to dry for about a couple hours. Then I'm going to spray another coat. It's more of a translucent stain. And then it's ready for the Vericure. So I'm going to get started on starting to spray this piece only. Then I'll flip it over and do the other side once this side is dry. Now I'm going to spray 2 coats of Vericure, and it is a sheen 20%. I finished cutting in for my dominoes on the panel. I just got to glue these in place, and everything is ready to be picked up and good to go. So that was an easy, quick fix, and hopefully everything works out for the installation guy that has to reinstall all the cabinets. That was a lot of work for just changing a couple of panels, you know, for a little bit of water damage. It was my guess it would have been easier to just replace everything, but they want to take that step. That's the way she goes. Hope you liked the video. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.